Warning: each prisoner was randomly given a playing card, and those who received the blocks could go outside and let out for 30 minutes on the same day, while others could only stay in a dark and enclosed area. Today, the prison guards intentionally threw the blocks to the new Uncle Ba. After learning the news, the prison bully came to Uncle Ba cursing and cursing.
Brings you for the ace. Now! Go!
Obviously, the bully has offended the wrong person this time. If it weren't for the prison guards appearing in time, the bully would probably have been torn apart and covered in dust. So why was Uncle Ba, who has a hot temper, imprisoned? The suspense movie we are going to talk about today is one of the representative works of Oscar-winning actor Anthony Hopkins, and it is also the most thought-provoking movie we have ever seen. Uncle Ba was once an anthropology professor and also an expert in primates. In the past 12 years, Uncle Ba has visited Rwanda in Africa multiple times to study gorillas, and even lived and ate with gorillas for a long time. However, 3 years ago, Uncle Ba killed 2 people and seriously injured 3 others in Rwanda before being arrested and imprisoned by the Rwandan police. During his imprisonment, Uncle Ba remained silent and was once believed to have contracted a mental illness. A week ago, Uncle Ba was extradited back to China, waiting for his zombie to take a chance. Just as he got off the plane, Uncle Ba lost control of his emotions again and injured 5 police officers. Finally, with the joint efforts of multiple police officers, he was able to control himself. Subsequently, Uncle Ba was imprisoned in the heavily guarded Peace Bay prison. Xiao He, an expert in the study of psychiatric offenders, has developed a strong interest in Uncle Ba's case. He believes that Uncle Ba may have developed a wild and irritable personality due to living with gorillas for a long time, which is likely due to a peculiar mental illness. If one can face Uncle Ba's mental illness seriously, then he can help Uncle Ba avoid the death penalty, and he will also become famous in the industry. Mentor Lao Bai also quickly agreed and handed over this case to Xiao He, who had 30 days to evaluate Uncle Ba's mental state. 30 days later, the court will hold a hearing, and Xiao He's conclusion will determine whether Uncle Ba will be executed or not. The next day, Xiao He came to the prison to ask Uncle Ba for a question. The biggest challenge now was how to make Uncle Ba speak up. Xiao He asked Uncle Ba to introduce himself, but Uncle Ba still refused to open his mouth. Xiao He gave Uncle Ba a pen box paper and asked him to write his personal information on it. Uncle Ba slowly raised his hand, picked up a pen, and began to write on paper. Xiao He reached out to grab a piece of paper and wanted to see what Uncle Ba had written. Xiao He almost got pierced through his palm, and the police officer next to him immediately controlled Uncle Ba with an electric shock. Their first conversation was also forcibly terminated. Subsequently, there was a scene at the beginning of the film where the captain of the prison guard intentionally gave the blocks to Uncle Ba, and the prison guards had long known that the bully was going back to trouble Uncle Ba. Originally, the warning was intended for the bully to teach Uncle Ba a lesson, but they still underestimated Uncle Ba's strength. The bully almost got Uncle Ba killed. In order to have a clearer understanding of Uncle Ba, Xiao He found Uncle Ba's daughter Julie. Julie said that her father is a workaholic, and in recent years he has not even cared about his and his mother's lives. The relationship between father and daughter has already reached freezing point, but Julie still hopes that her father can get rid of the disaster of imprisonment. Afterwards, Julie brought Xiao He to Uncle Ba's study. Xiao He took several photos taken by Uncle Ba during his work in Africa. The next day, he came to the prison again to ask Uncle Ba for a question. Xiao He placed Uncle Ba's photos in front of him one by one. Until Julie's photos appeared, Uncle Ba became very excited again. This time, he finally spoke up and asked Xiao He to tell his daughter Julie not to wait for him to go home again. Xiao He did not truthfully convey this to Julie. He told Julie that Uncle Ba had already started speaking. Xiao He pursued after the victory and found Uncle Ba again the next day. This time, he requested to meet Uncle Ba alone. Uncle Ba was impressed by Xiao He's bravery and persistence, and he began to tell Xiao He about his life in Rwanda. 3 years ago, Uncle Ba discovered a group of gorillas deep in the dense jungle of Rwanda. Every day after that, Uncle Ba would come to the gorillas' territory and take various photos of them. Gradually, the stars began to become friends with Uncle Ba. They went from seeing Uncle Ba at first to sitting up close with him later, and even held hands with Uncle Ba. You know, a gorilla can slap a tiger to death, but they still want to live in harmony with humans. At this moment, Uncle Ba experienced the tenderness that nature had brought him before, and he decided to stay and live with the gorillas. Afterwards, Xiao He began to inquire about Uncle Ba's murder. At this time, Uncle Ba realized that Xiao He's visit to him was not to investigate the truth of the matter, but to complete the evaluation as soon as possible. For the sake of clarity, Uncle Ba did not intend to tell him the truth. He proposed to terminate the conversation. At this moment, Xiao He arrogantly said, "Now only I can help you avoid the death penalty, and I am the master of your life." After listening, Uncle Ba first pressed him heavily on the table, then locked his neck tightly, and then sealed Little Black's mouth with tape. Pull up the tree and loudly tell him that now I am the master of your life. Pulling a tree and asking Xiao Hei, what has he been deprived of and what has he lost at this moment? If Xiao Hei answers incorrectly, Uncle Ba will twist his neck. Xiao Hei quickly wrote down control on paper. Uncle Ba immediately denied his answer, mocking Xiao Hei for not being able to control anything except the speaker volume. Xiao Hei once again wrote the word freedom on the paper, but was also ridiculed by Uncle Ba. Even if Xiao Hei is not locked by Uncle Ba, he still needs to go to work on time every day and follow the arrangements of his superiors, so he has never had true freedom. Uncle Ba gave Xiao Hei one last chance. This time, Xiao Hei wrote my fantasy on paper, pulling trees. Congratulations to him for answering this question correctly, which taught Xiao Hei a harsh lesson in his life. The next day, Xiao Hei arrived at the prison and held a box containing the lives of each prisoner. He randomly selected the name of a prisoner from the box, and the person who was selected had a 30-minute chance to relax today. The name of the person who was selected would be thrown out of the box, ensuring that everyone had the opportunity to enjoy the sunshine. Xiao Hei wanted a fair way to replace the previous draw format, but the captain was angry when he heard the warning. Because of the previous way of playing poker, he was able to control the freedom of each prisoner. If anyone didn't like him, he would give him a square shoulder and then let the bully teach him a lesson. Ba Shu believed that Xiao Hei had made a humane decision, and he took the lead in tearing up the poker in his hand, symbolizing the abolition of the rescue system. Then the other prisoners also began to tear up the poker in their hands. The warden had to accept a new way of venting in order to avoid riots, but Xiao Hei was ostracized by the warden. The warden shortened Xiao Hei's evaluation time for Uncle Ba, and he asked Xiao Hei to end the evaluation within 7 days. The next day, Xiao Hei took Uncle Ba to a zoo where there was a gorilla he had studied before. Due to the confinement of the cage, the gorilla had already lost its wildness and freedom. Seeing Uncle Ba again, his eyes were filled with compromise and sadness. Uncle Ba admits that he was the one who caused him trouble. Xiao Hei asked Uncle Ba again why he wanted to kill, but this time Uncle Ba did not choose to refuse. 3 years ago, Uncle Ba and the gorilla tribe lived together day and night. During these 2 years, many incredible things happened, and the gorilla even handed over their children to Uncle Ba to take care of. For the first time, they accepted coexistence with humans, and Uncle Ba also felt an unprecedented calmness. However, the good times didn't last long, and the lifelong gun wanted to completely break the peaceful life between Uncle Ba and nature. The Rwandan military led people to start hunting and killing gorillas. Out of instinct, Uncle Ba killed 2 people and seriously injured 3 others in the process of resistance. After Uncle Ba was captured, the leader of the gorilla tribe rushed out to fight him in order to save him. However, in the end, he could not withstand human bullets, and the leader died tragically in front of Uncle Ba. During the conversation, Uncle Ba took off the pen from Xiao Hei's body and opened the iron door. Xiao Hei asked Uncle Ba to close it quickly. If he runs away, it will be troublesome. Uncle Ba said they had already given up their fantasy of freedom. Xiao Hei asked Uncle Ba, what about you? Have you given up? He promised Uncle Ba that as long as he attended the hearing and truthfully revealed the truth, freedom would no longer be a dream and would definitely become a reality. A few days later, Xiao Hei prepared a suit for Uncle Ba. Because today is the day for Uncle Ba to attend the hearing, Xiao Hei specially arranged for Uncle Ba to meet with his daughter Julie. Julie cleared up her past grievances and forgave Uncle Ba. Uncle Ba expressed deep apologies to his daughter. Uncle Ba handed Julie an envelope containing photos of Julie's childhood. It turns out that Uncle Ba has been missing his daughter all these years in Africa. After the conversation ended, the captain of the warning team took the opportunity to beat up the uncle again. This action caused dissatisfaction among the thin and fat people on the side. The 2 of them threw the garbage in their hands onto the prison guard, and then the prison guard opened the door to start beating the fat man. Seeing this, Uncle Ba bravely went forward and beat up the prison guard team leader. Because of half a month of living together day and night, Uncle Ba has already regarded the prisoners here as his family. At this time, even the bullies on the side have helped Uncle Ba teach the prison guards a lesson. However, after this riot, Xiao Hei has become the biggest victim. Uncle Ba refused to attend the hearing and once again chose silence. He used silent protests to confront the violent law enforcement methods in prison. Xiao Hei believes that Uncle Ba, like the stars in the zoo, has given up his fantasy of freedom. Under the persuasion of his mentor Lao Bai, Xiao Hei decided to talk to Uncle Ba once. Uncle Ba stood alone by the window of the conference hall, looking aimlessly into the distance. He didn't even want to take another look at Xiao Hei. This time, Xiao Hei didn't persuade Uncle Ba to speak up. He talked about himself, saying that he often woke up in the middle of the night sweating profusely because his work brought him tremendous pressure. He needed to please his leaders everywhere, handle interpersonal relationships carefully, and constantly pay attention to his opponents. He tried his best to make everyone around him like him, but now, there is no one around him who truly likes him. He seems to be living in a game of fame and fortune, and victory seems to never belong to him. Until I met you a while ago, it was you who made me see the essence of life and the way to escape this game. As he spoke, Xiaohei couldn't help but shed tears of regret. I finally found a true friend, but before I could get along well, I lost him again. Finally, Xiaohei begged Uncle Ba to take a look at him and say his final goodbye, but Uncle Ba never gave him this opportunity. After Xiaohei left, the prison organized a group to watch the game. Just as he was watching it with enthusiasm, Xiaopang unplugged the power and the prisoners and prison guards immediately surrounded him. A few minutes later, Xiaopang slowly returned the power cord to the prison guard. At this moment, Little Fatty and Thin coincidentally shed tears of joy. At this moment, the camera turned to the windowsill, and Uncle Ba had already disappeared, leaving only the window that had been pried open. Originally, after Xiaohei left, Uncle Ba took out the pen, pried open the lock bolt of the window, and escaped from prison. And the fat man unplugged the power to help Uncle Ba attract the attention of the prison guards. Not long after, Xiaohei heard that Uncle Ba had escaped from prison, and he returned to prison again. The prisoners gave Little Black a thumbs up one after another. The prison guard found a letter for Xiaohei in Uncle Ba's room. Xiaohei immediately understood Uncle Ba's whereabouts after reading it, but he still didn't know what to say to the warden. Uncle Ba said to Xiaohei in the letter, "I'm sorry I couldn't say goodbye to you. Thank you for telling me that freedom is not a dream. As long as you break through the cage in your heart, freedom is right in front of you. Thank you also for sharing my journey." At the end of the film, Uncle Ba returns to the African jungle that haunts his dreams once again. This is a suspense movie released in 1999, which instinctively reflects that Uncle Ba is willing to choose to spend time with stars rather than return to urban life, greatly satirizing the ugliness of human society and the hypocrisy of human nature. Finally, Xiaohei mentioned that he constantly tries to please his superiors at work and handles interpersonal relationships cautiously. He tries his best to make everyone around him like him, but there is no one around him that he likes. In reality, we are all like this. This once again highlights the hypocrisy of human nature. The Rwandan police massacred chimpanzees for profit, which fully embodies human selfishness. When it comes to selfishness, we have to mention the Japanese nuclear wastewater discharge incident, which is simply despicable. Of course, while the film is thought-provoking, it also conveys the hope that Xiaohei will treat Uncle Ba with an attitude that goes from being arrogant at the beginning to becoming both a teacher and an occasional teacher. The prisoners in the prison went from being cold and heartless at first to helping Uncle Ba cover up, and after escaping, they shed tears of joy. Uncle Ba also went from giving up resistance to later conflicts, with inner shackles and a longing for a free life. All of this tells us that there is still love and hope in this world, but more people are needed to actively awaken them. Alright, that's all for today's video. Those who like it hope to like and support it. In the next issue, we will continue to explain high-score suspense films. Thank you for watching. Turn off the lights and go to sleep. Good night.